I use this app solely as a way to think about and intellectualize and get out into the ether what is happening in my brain. It is a way to further conceptualize this crazy, hairy adventure called life and to cope with some heavy emotions and hard things that happen during this journey without projecting onto other people. What I've realized is that 99% of the actions that people take towards you are projection, and it's all an inside job, and it's pretty much all of us crazy, messy humans buzzing around here on earth trying to just make it through the day and meet all of the necessities of being a human and struggle with all of the emotional theatrics that happen and just get through each day together, healthy, happy, and alive. And it's so extremely hard. And so some ways that we do that and we actually manage to like accomplish these huge feats as humans with all the drama that we're dealing with on the daily is we take it out on other people. We project. We need somewhere to expend this cooped up energy within us, right? And so I realized that like 99% of the things that people do to me that I look at as untoward or unsavory, it's a projection that they are putting off on me to get it out of their bodies. And so I don't take things personal anymore. And if it does hurt my feelings and I do take it personal, I try to go inward and work through it and heal myself. I try to build myself up. I try to study the stories that that person's behavior created within me or brought up in me that I've told myself my whole life, and like ask myself, are these true? Are these actually like helpful? And if they're not, I need to work on that story for myself, because that story is making my reality. It's creating my reality. And that is so exhausting to do, that having drama with another person or acting out of pocket towards somebody else, reacting to their behavior towards me, seems so much more exhausting and like placing a whole other layer of theatrics and chaos on top of my mind that's already processing. And so I really try to keep it as an inside job. And I do talk about it on this app because it's a way that I create. It taps into my creativity, and it's a way to create and cope. And that makes me public. And that means that people that have a problem with me, which there are a lot of people that have a problem with me, I'm just going to say it. I truly believe that if you are a yes man and everybody loves you, it's because you have not taken a stand on things. You have not had requisite boundaries in your life very often. You've put other people's happiness and comfort around you at its first and foremost priority, and you have not taken into account your own emotions and what you want as first priority. And so you're trying to please everybody. And that is not me. That used to be me. I will never do that again. So yes, I do have a lot of people that have problems with me. And I'm just going to say it. Like, I have done some untoward things to people. Absolutely. I have hurt people in my life. Like 15 years ago, I went through a serious crisis in my marriage where I felt very alone, and I finally cracked after 10 years of just giving, and being emotionally abandoned. And so I acted out of pocket. I had a lot of things going on in my personal life at the time that totally cracked the fabric of what I knew to be real and what I believed. My moral compass was completely decimated because of the pain that I was in and the things that I had done in my life, the loyalty that I had given to certain people that just continuously betrayed me and emotionally abandoned me, cracked me. It destroyed me. And so I acted out of pocket. I betrayed people. I betrayed people that I didn't want to betray. I hurt people deeply, and I acted against my own morals and values. And this was 15 years ago, and it was very egregious what I did. And there are people that watch me from afar on this app, and they have secret burner accounts because I have blocked anybody that I know from my past life that is triggered by my presence, that is triggered by me talking about my issues on this app and me being a healed person in most cases. I still have a lot that I'm healing, but I'm making an active attempt to heal old patterns and old stories in my life as I rebuild my morality, as I rebuild my sense of self and my belief system, which leaving a religion of your whole life that gives that to you on a silver platter is not for the faint of heart, and it's difficult. And you have to completely rebuild your morality, and you have to rebuild the things that you believe in, that you hold dear. And one of the things I realized in that crisis 15 years ago is I would never let somebody's disrespect of me and somebody's treatment of me make me lose my morality to that extent. I would never let somebody break me to that extent where I turned my back on my own values. And that's what that taught me 15 years ago. But still today, people want to come on here and like harass me and hold me accountable for something I did 15 years ago. I still have people in my life that want to define me by that event 15 years ago. And I think it's because seeing somebody on this app being brave and talking about their struggles and talking about the things that they've learned in this human experience and being vulnerable threatens a lot of people that don't have the wherewithal to do that, that don't have the strength to do that. They're not even living consciously. They're living in this 9 to 5, clock in, clock out, just try to survive. They're not really being intentional with who they are and what their soul is telling them and what their purpose on life is. They're distracting, they're numbing, they're partying. I don't know. Like, I literally am so tired of trying to understand why people do what they do. But I do know that being a creator on this app puts you in the spotlight and makes you a target, especially for people in your past that don't like seeing somebody that they know has messed up and they know has been less than perfect and that they know has hurt people by their behavior, showing up in a way every day that says, look, I know I'm not perfect. I know I made mistakes, but I'm here for the human experience. I'm in the ring. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm imperfect, but I'm showing it to everyone. And there's spectators in that arena. And some of those spectators are from your past. Some of those spectators are in your present and they're secret haters. They don't like the fact that you're in the ring and they're not. And they're going to throw the jeers and the tomatoes at you while you're in the ring. And I've noticed it just like they come up, they creep up at random times. They want to shame you. They want to publicly shame you. They want to knock you off your pedestal instead of actually doing their work. But I'm going to say right now, I'm not on this public platform to shame anybody. I'm not on this platform to get clout and to look like I have it all together, because I don't have it all together. I'm a human having a human experience, and I've messed up in my life and I will continue to mess up in my life. Absolutely. That is part of the human experience. But I think putting it on this platform for people to see and listening and giving me an opportunity and a space to work through what I'm dealing with being a human, it's been a privilege. And honestly, it's a way that I create and it's a way that I become better. It's a way that I tap in more to love and community, and that I can love others better and I can be a better person and I can level up and evolve out of old patterns and stories that made me act out of pocket, that made me be one of those spectators that wanted to tear somebody down off their pedestal because I didn't like who I was in the moment. I've been that person before, so I know what's happening and I know what it is. But I'm going to keep showing up on this platform, even if it is for the spectacle, even if people want to just be in the stands and use it as an opportunity to make themselves feel a little better for the day because they can leave a trollish comment, or they can remind me of my past and remind you who you are. I'm going to keep showing up every single day because I think other humans that are here to understand what the human experience is, and they want to feel a sense of relation, and they want to feel a sense of community, and they want to feel like their mistakes and their missteps don't make them a bad, terrible person. It just makes them human. And we're all in this together. We are in this human freaking experience. And so I will keep showing up every single day to, I guess, put that on display, but more than that, let people know that they're not alone and that we're all in this together.